crazy how one thing can break and suddenly your whole life unravels? For them, it started with a sound, a sputter, a cough, and then silence. Their car had died, but what really died that day was their sense of control. This isn't just their story. This is what happens when you're one unexpected repair away from losing everything. And adulthood doesn't give you a safety net. They were doing everything right, or at least trying to, working full-time at a small warehouse job, pulling overtime whenever the boss offered it. They had rent barely covered, child support payments sent on time, and enough left over for gas, groceries, and maybe a takeout meal on Fridays. Nothing fancy, but stable, for once. And the car, a used silver sedan bought 3 years ago, was the lifeline holding it all together. No bus routes went near the warehouse. No Uber money. That car was the difference between keeping the job and losing everything. Then came the first sign, the check engine light. They ignored it. It's probably nothing, because in their world, nothing was cheaper than something. It happened on a Tuesday night. They had just finished a 10-hour shift, walking out under the yellow parking lot lights. They got in, turned the key, click, nothing. A cold panic spread. They tried again. The same sound, dead and final. A coworker gave them a jump, and for a moment, hope sparked back to life. But halfway home, the car started to smoke. The temperature gauge maxed out. They pulled over on the side of the highway, hazards blinking into the night. Tow truck came. $150 gone, just like that. The mechanic said the words everyone dreads. Looks like your engine's shot. $3,500 minimum. They didn't even have $35 left after rent. That night, they stared at the ceiling and realized, without that car, they couldn't get to work. Without work, they couldn't pay rent. Without rent, well, everything else collapses too. And if you've ever been there, you know exactly how that feels. When life hits game over, but you still have to wake up tomorrow and keep playing. Over the next week, they called every shop, every friend, every family member. No one could help. Payday loans wanted 300% interest. Public transport doesn't exist in that part of town, so they missed a shift. Then two. Then their boss said the words that gutted them. If you can't make it in, I have to fill your spot. The car sat in the shop, useless, like a monument to bad luck. Bills piled up. Rent overdue. Child support is late for the first time. The guilt was worse than the fear. Explaining to their kid over the phone why they couldn't visit this weekend, not because they didn't want to, but because they literally had no way to get there. For the next few months, they worked odd jobs, borrowing rides, picking up shifts when they could. But that one breakdown, that single night on the highway, sent everything into a tailspin that took almost a year to climb out of. And maybe that's the cruelest part of adulthood, the way one bad moment can take months, even years, to recover from. It's not just one person's bad luck. It's a reality millions live in quietly. A 2023 study found that more than 60% of Americans can't afford a $1,000 emergency repair. And when a car breaks down, it's not just a machine that stops. It's your job, your family, your life rhythm. Mechanic costs keep rising. Used cars are overpriced. Public transportation barely exists outside big cities. And for working adults living paycheck to paycheck, one breakdown can start a chain reaction that ends in eviction, job loss, or worse, hopelessness. We don't talk about it because we're told to be responsible, budget better, or plan ahead. But what do you plan for when survival already eats everything you earn? If this story hit you, it's probably because you've been there too. Watching your life stall out in the slow lane, praying you'll find a way to start it again. Life's gonna hit you with breakdowns. Some mechanical, some emotional. You'll get stranded. You'll feel stuck. But remember, being stuck isn't the same as being done. Sometimes, the only thing you can do is survive the day. Not fix everything. Not plan the next 10 years. just survive today. And that's enough. You rebuild slowly. You learn. Next time, maybe you'll know a little more about saving or about asking for help before things collapse. You become the kind of person who knows how to crawl out of the dark because you've done it before. The car breaking down didn't destroy them. It revealed how strong they really were. And that's the quiet truth about adulthood. It doesn't reward perfection. It rewards persistence. If this story hit you, subscribe. I share real stories of adulthood, the ones no one talks about, but everyone feels. Comment below if you've been through a breakdown like this: car, job, or life itself. Your story might help someone else feel less alone. Life breaks down sometimes, but so do cars, and both can be rebuilt, piece by piece.